It's June 14th, 2000. We're at Conseco Fieldhouse for Game 4 of the 2000 NBA Finals between the Los Angeles Lakers and Indiana Pacers. With seconds remaining in overtime, the Lakers are up 2 points. It can take a commanding 3-1 series lead if they get a stop here. Shit. That's Reggie Miller, the absolute last person the Lakers want to see with the ball behind the three-point line. Before we witness what comes next, it's important to remember the moments that got us here. Some extremely clutch from unexpected characters, and others just flat out chaotic. To do that, we need to rewind. LA is in a position to snatch a crucial game on the road, and if you take a look around the court, they've somehow managed to hold on to this lead without their franchise star. This is Shaquille O'Neal's team. The Lakers signed Shaq to a massive contract in the summer of '96, signaling a new era for the organization. Shaq's individual brilliance carried LA, but his teammates hardly pulled their weight in the postseason and were described by journalists as a hyped youth movement. And after the Lakers got swept at home in the 1999 semifinals, Shaq couldn't dodge criticism of his own. Although, the following season presented a fresh opportunity. Besides moving into a shiny new arena, the Lakers hired acclaimed head coach Phil Jackson. Under Jackson's guidance, Shaq elevated his already elite-level play and had arguably the greatest individual season in NBA history, as the Lakers ran through opponents all the way to the NBA Finals. Because of Shaq's utter dominance, the Lakers were the favorites, and thanks to the big fella putting up absurd numbers, LA grabbed the first 2 games at home. While Indy took Game 3, they still couldn't contain Shaq. Tonight in Game 4, Diesel couldn't get it going early, hindered by foul trouble, until the fourth quarter when he got busy. Even after picking up his 5th foul, Shaq put on an offensive masterclass and punked every defender the Pacers threw at him, including poor Sam Perkins, who just turned 39. Except, Shaq couldn't shoot free throws for shit and nearly cost the Lakers down the stretch, splitting some crucial shots at the line, opening the door for old man Perkins to tie the game up at 104 with 35 seconds to play after drilling this 3. Shaq's fourth quarter takeover kept the Lakers alive, but he mainly had to watch his squad from the bench in overtime. Up 3 with a little over 2.5 minutes to play, Shaq picked up his 6th and final foul on a loose ball call that left him puzzled.
That's a loose ball foul on Shaq. That'll be number 6. What a big play. That's it.
But even without their star, LA managed to stay strong and hold the lead. We just heard about the Lakers superstar center who left the court, but the Pacers' big man is here still on the floor. And while he's nowhere near as thick, the dude has special talents of his own. The Pacers drafted center Rick Smits 2nd overall in 1998, and over the years, he became an Indy fan favorite. Maybe the good working folks of Indiana identified with Rick's shy demeanor of never showboating, or maybe it was his strong mullet. Either way, it's interesting that a lanky Dutch dude was beloved by Midwest Americans. Anyways, the Duncan Dutchman also had some extremely clutch postseason moments that would make any fan base fond of him. During Game 4 of the 1995 Eastern Conference Finals, the Pacers inbounded the ball to Smits down 1 with 1.3 seconds left to play, where Smits pulled off a nasty pump fake before draining a game winner to tie the series against the Orlando Magic. Dutch certainly isn't shy of big moments, and throughout Indiana's playoff runs, he earned the status of the number 2 guy on some deeply talented Pacers teams. The Duncan Dutchman showed out tonight despite being a non-factor in the first 3 games. The Pacers came out hot, with Smits leading the charge, finishing the first quarter perfect from the field as Indy took a strong 10-point lead. After a tame second quarter, Smits went back to work in the third, but had to watch Shaq demolish his teammate from the bench the entire fourth quarter. Although, in overtime, Indy rode the Dutchman. He scored the Pacers' first basket, and after Shaq fouled out, the team kept feeding the Dutch boy in the paint as he scored consecutive baskets to cut the Lakers' lead to 1 with a minute and a half to play. then later drained a pair of free throws to cut the Lakers' lead to 1 with 28 seconds remaining. Smits did his thing as the second star and is a huge reason the Pacers find themselves here with a chance to tie or win it outright. But yet, LA still has the lead. Without Shaq, someone had to step up and hold it down. For the Lakers, their co-star role belongs to this guy, Kobe Bryant. Bryant's shown he has the talent to be Shaq's wingman, but hasn't proven he has what it takes to thrive solo. The Lakers swung a draft day trade and selected Kobe Bryant 13th overall, fresh out of high school in 1996. In his rookie season, the youngin had trouble finding his footing and had no real significance. Although when he did gain attention, it wasn't necessarily for the right reason. During an elimination game against the Utah Jazz in the '97 semifinals, Bryant put up 4 airballs in 5 minutes, including the shot that came nowhere near the rim that would have tied the game late in overtime. The airballs seemed to be the perfect humbling moment for Bryant, because over the next 2 years, he constantly kept improving. While Bryant mainly operated from the bench in his second season, he became a regular starter in the shortened 98-99 campaign and truly began to establish himself as the Lakers' second star. When the young buck got rolling, he could pour on points with the best of them, highlighted by a career-high 38-point performance against Orlando that journalists called Jordan-esque. When it came to the postseason, though, Bryant kept folding like a lawn chair. The 20-year-old had a miserable 3-game stretch against the San Antonio Spurs in the '99 semifinals, which culminated in a Game 4 series-sweeping loss at home, where fans hit him with boos from the jump. Spurs forward Mario Elie thought it was classless booing a young guy still growing in the league, but LA media members were fed up using his age as an excuse. The following season, and a whole year older, Kobe met his playoff criticisms head on. Despite being favorites entering the 2000 postseason, things got a little dicey for LA. Kobe pulled his weight, dropping multiple 30 pieces in a first-round series that took all 5 games against the scrappy Sacramento Kings. LA went on to smoke the Phoenix Suns in the semis, then needed an epic fourth-quarter Game 7 comeback where Kobe led the team in points to edge out the Portland Trail Blazers and punch their ticket to the finals. Even though Kobe kept elevating his postseason play, the Lake Show still belongs to Shaq, and experts regard the youngin simply as a perfect complement to Diesel. Although in the finals, Kobe's impact has become much more apparent when the team faced a significant obstacle. During the first quarter of Game 2, Kobe suffered an ankle injury and didn't return to the game. As much as journalists praised Kobe's offensive game, he was a dog defensively. And when Jackson decided to sit him in Game 3, the Pacers' offense exploded in their win, making it a brand new series. Headed into Game 4, Jackson was still uncertain about playing his young star, but if you asked Kobe, unless a train killer kept him off the court, there wasn't a single doubt in his mind he would play. Although, you could clearly tell the ankle bothered him to start this game as he finished an unproductive first half in foul trouble. Kobe picked up his 4th foul early in the 3rd quarter with the Lakers down 5, but Jackson decided to let him rock. Oddly enough, that 4th foul seemed to be exactly what Kobe needed, because afterward, he lit up Indiana. He got in his bag, hitting 3 straight shots, including this silky pull-up jumper over the outstretched arms of Smits, helping steer LA to their first lead of the game in the 3rd quarter. Shaq owned the 4th for LA, but right here, Kobe found himself in a position he's never been in. He's shown he can be an ideal Robin to Shaq's Batman, but as the Lakers franchise star left the floor, Kobe needed to be the leading hero. And after Smits immediately hit a bucket following Shaq's departure to cut LA's lead to 1, Kobe had to act fast. With a little over 2 minutes to play, Kobe worked the ball up the court, broke Reggie Miller off with a smooth crossover, and drained a deep 2 in his face to push LA's lead to 3. Wait a second. Do you see the damn confidence in this kid? I don't know exactly what's going through his head, but that's the perfect calm down, I got this reaction if I've ever seen one. On the Lakers' next possession, Kobe had one thing on his mind. He brought the rock up the court, didn't look for anyone else, got to his spot, and drilled another deep two.
How good is this kid?
Well, Bob Costas, to answer your question, this kid is fucking lights out right now. That jumper pushed the Lakers' lead to 3, but the Pacers simply refused to quit. Up 1 with 10 seconds to play, Bryant Shaw drove the lane and tossed up a running jumper that bounced off the rim, but holy shit, Kobe got in the perfect position for a clean putback. Without Shaq to lean on, Kobe completely took over in OT and made the Lakers his squad for the night on the grandest stage of them all. With 5.9 seconds left, a Lakers stop here would have capped off a shining moment in their young star's career, and that's not what you want to do. The Pacers drew a critical foul, and after a successful free throw from Reggie Miller, that brings us here. Now down 2, Indiana can attack this situation in a number of ways. The Pacers could feed the ball down low to Smits, who's been masterful in overtime. But look who's flying off a pair of screens to break free. This play is clearly designed for Reggie Miller. And if we know anything about Reggie, he's for damn sure not passing up an opportunity to close this out. When it comes to clutch shooting, Reggie is arguably the most lethal threat in the NBA. In the 1995 Eastern Conference Semifinals, Reggie delivered a crushing blow to the New York Knicks when he scored 8 points in 9 seconds to pull off a win. 3 years later, during Game 4 of the 98 semis, Reggie drained a game-tying 3 with 5 seconds left against the Knicks, where Indy went on to win in overtime. I know it seems like the dude despised New York, but he didn't discriminate. After getting past the Knicks in that postseason, Reggie knocked down a game winner with 0.7 seconds left in the Eastern Conference Finals over fellow clutch ball-headed shooter Michael Jordan. Although, no matter how much Reggie saved the day for Indiana, the team's ultimate goal of winning a championship never came to fruition. The Pacers were right there several times, knocking on the door, going to 4 Eastern Conference Finals, but always fell short. The clock ticked for Reg as he entered his 13th season at 34 years old, but he didn't back down. After losing to the Knicks in the 99 Conference Finals, Reggie and the Pacers finally got over the hump and sent the Knicks packing the following year behind Reggie's 34-point Game 6 performance to advance to the NBA Finals. Despite reaching his destination on a long journey to the finals, Reggie seemed to run out of gas when he arrived. He put up a stinker in Game 1 during a blowout loss that led journalists to bury him and Indy's chances of winning a title. After splitting the next 2 games, Reggie balled out in this decisive Game 4. He came out of the gate spraying and hit up the Lakers for 10 points in the first. Reggie cooled down a bit the next 2 quarters, but in the fourth, the man's jumper was wetter than a tsunami. He dropped a clean 13 points in the quarter, shooting perfect beyond the arc, including this deep ball that gave Indy a 2-point lead with 3 minutes to play. Reggie locked in and did what he's done so many times before in crunch time, but the true nature of his heroism will be tested right here. If the Lakers get a stop, they'll take a strong 3-1 series lead, but more importantly, it'll be a defining moment for their young star who proved he can be more than a sidekick. If Reggie knocks this down, he could add another chapter to his legendary Pacers career by tying the series and getting 1 game closer to the finals trophy that's evaded him for years. Welcome to a moment in history.
Mark Jackson, 4 seconds. Reggie off the screen for 3. The Lakers have a 3-1 lead. That could
Yo, thanks for watching. I know it's kind of mean, but if you want to see another video of Reggie failing in the playoffs, check this out. Or if you just love seeing LA win, we got you covered there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because we will be bringing more heat. Peace.